Clemson football dynasty seems to be crumbling in embarrassing fashion. Will they respond? The short dynasty of the Clemson football program seems to be crumbling in embarrassing fashion. There's been no doubt who the most dominant program in the nation has been over the last half-decade, and it wasn't the Alabama Crimson Tide, it was Clemson football. That's officially over. Though Clemson football was favored by a touchdown heading into the rematch with Ohio State, the Tigers were absolutely embarrassed by the Buckeyes Friday evening in the Sugar Bowl. Clemson fell to 0-5 in postseason games played in the state of Louisiana, and it was absolutely embarrassing. We were tied at 14 apiece at the end of the first quarter, and then things would never be the same. Ohio State absolutely took over and dominated the Tigers through the next 3 quarters, coming away with a 39-28 blowout. Clemson football fans have the right to question what's going on. You can say that it's too harsh or whatever you want to, but the truth of the matter is that this game was embarrassing, and it's not the first time. We're not saying it's fair, but everyone knows what the perception and narrative of the national media will be. We've now seen 2 straight CFB playoff games for Clemson football and in absolute blowout form. You can win all the games you want to in the regular season, and those absolutely should be celebrated because we remember a time not that long ago where they weren't winning those games. But against the last 2 elite opponents that you've faced, you've been absolutely crushed. Clemson didn't even deserve to be on the same field with LSU or Ohio State in these last 2 matchups. The dynasty seems to be crumbling. That's exactly what you're going to hear for the next 7 months. Does that mean it's over? Absolutely not. Clemson is still recruiting at the highest level, and the Tigers are going to have more chances to right the ship. You can't win the national championship every year, but you have to at least be competitive when you get your opportunities, and they simply haven't been in the CFB playoff the last 2 games. Tiger fans aren't going to like it. They are not going to take this well. But Clemson was outplayed, outcoached and outclassed. Ohio State was faster and they were more physical. They wanted it more, and the Tigers were content to give up, especially defensively. There is still plenty of talent, and there's no doubt that Dabo Swinney will use this adversity to get better, but he has to respond if that's going to happen. He and this entire program have to respond, and there needs to be a wake-up call. Yes, we all know that it wasn't that long ago Clemson wasn't even becoming bowl eligible. There are still plenty of things to celebrate during this season, like a NAC championship and 10 wins, but the way this season and last, for that matter, have ended are embarrassing, and it's absolutely diminishing the respect that the Clemson football program has worked so hard to gain over the last few years.